Hi, my name is Joel Rhone. I'm from Orange County, California in the United States, and I'm studying contemporary literature and culture here at the University of Manchester. So I study fiction by Black authors, and James Baldwin is one of the biggest that I've gotten to work on so far. At the University of Manchester, there's a ton of faculty that work on Black writers, and one of them is Doug Field, who's in the American Studies department. He's published 8 books and 7 articles on James Baldwin, so he's really the expert. And being able to have him supervise and kind of advise me on my work was a big opportunity. I think being ready to adapt is the biggest part of being ready for studying here, but anywhere that's different from home. A big part of the learning experience here was a different notion of who you ought to have read or what authors you should be familiar with. So in the United States, American authors play a much bigger part of things like modernism and other literary movements, versus here, there's French authors, American authors, a lot more globalism that plays into the things that we study and the time periods that we get into. There's plenty to do at the University of Manchester. Something that I found really interesting was the University Calling campaign. They picked international students to call a number of international students that were making the way to university. I got to make tons of phone calls to students from Latin America, East Asia, from Canada, meeting new people over the phone and being able to help the university out. Everything in Manchester is within walking distance. There's a place called Curry Mile, that's where I get my hair cut. There's tons of Indian and Middle Eastern restaurants. And then there's Market Street, which is near city center where I live, so there's like Foot Locker, Urban Outfitters, all the places I find back at home. The northern quarter's got tons of bars and restaurants. There's just plenty to do everywhere you go. It really is an ideal place for someone who wants to be in a metropolitan city, but do so on a student budget. The thing I always tell friends and family back home is that Manchester is the most linguistically diverse place I've ever been. Usually I'm hearing a ton of languages and dialects that I've never heard before, so it makes me feel like a global citizen in a bigger part of the world. I've got flatmates from India and China and from Leeds, and I'm constantly challenging my assumptions, my beliefs. It really is a learning experience every single day.